The title of the video is going to be about your death in a life state, reincarnation, and how that is tied to the human body, right? The bodies we are in at this point. That's what we're going to talk about. How your body is along with time, the life and the death state, and reincarnation. That's the title of the video. We're going to try this again. 777 is, your body is aligned with time because it's attached to the clock on the wall, right? And what is this place also called other than the Matrix? Not a Yahweh Matrix, not just that, but the Saturnian Matrix, right? So it's aligned with time, but your soul is actually not bound to time, but the body is, right? So you will begin to see this if you pay attention to Leonardo da Vinci with the drawing, right? And the circle on the outside of the human body, right? On the outskirts of that, right? That's what I'm talking about. So it has a lot to do with the rings of Saturn, and stuff of that nature. And your body is also aligned with the sun and the moon, right? It's about duality, the dark and light. It represents both perspectives, right? Being your thoughts with, good and bad, right? If you get the sun and the moon, you can match it up to your perspective, right? And the yin and yang and stuff of that nature. So our bodies that we are currently in, they are, in motion, with the sun and the moon. It's aligned with that, right? It's like a cycle if you really look at it, right? Because the sun represents life, right? And the moon, it represents, the death state with, skull and bones. And it's reincarnation, right? And it matches the infinity symbol with the number 8. It's reincarnation. You got the sun and the moon. You're going in and out of different states all the time, every single day that you wake up. Your body is literally aligned with the sun and the moon, right? My mouth is dry. In some parts of the world, the sun don't actually really go down, but in a spiritual sense, it actually does. So in certain mythologies, when the sun go down, it goes down into the underworld. But then they say that it goes down into the inner earth. So so it's like when the sun go down, it's like it's connected to death, but not in a literal sense, right? And it's tied to the body and the cycles that we are currently in. So the sun doesn't necessarily really go down, you know, right? Everything just becomes internal, right? And that's what happens because this is connected to the second sun, the black sun, right, with the inner earth. Right, that's what's happening with us at this point. So when you see the sun like disappear out of the sky and it goes down, that's what's taking place. It's connected to, the black sun, right? And that is also dealing with, duality, and stuff of that nature, the yin and yang, with dark and light and all that different type of stuff, right? Make sure y'all like the video. So with these human bodies that we are in, we go in and out of the life and the death state all the time. I don't know if you knew about this type of information or not, right? But that is what is taking place in the same cycles that you have taking place within the sky with the sun and the moon is also taking place, with our bodies, right? As well, the same type of thing, right? If you go outside and you look up in the sky, you'll still see that the sun and the moon is out, during the day. But it's dealing with reincarnation, time, you know, and our bodies being, connected to that, to the source. Right, right. Make sure y'all like the video. So in other words, when you are awoke, right, as in you just woke up from your sleep, right, from dreaming, and you hop up, you wake up, that state is seen as the life giving state. It's tied to the sun. That's what that is actually tied to. That's what that represents, right? And that's connected to with your actual body, right? And that's how it fits in with that. So when you're up, it represents the sun, that state with your body that you are currently in, right? Because the sun is a life force that gives away life force energy, right? And whenever you begin to go to sleep at night and you lay down, right, to go to bed in a dream, what is happening is that this is more tied to the death state, right, and the rebirth process, right, which our bodies actually continuously go through each and every single day that we begin to wake up out of our sleep. So this is why they say that sleep is connected to, the cousin of death. It's because it's not a literal death, but when you go to sleep, you you pass away in a sense. But you don't pass away, you just go to the spiritual realm, aka the dream world. Right. So all this stuff is connected to the life and the death state with reincarnation in our bodies. Right. And it's a cycle. It's a continuous cycle, right? And if you take the number 8 and you turn it sideways, right, that's what this is actually all about. Right. So when you go to sleep, you are within the spiritual realm in that other state, dealing with, if you want to say, the sun and the moon. that death state. You on the other side. So if you take number 8, you turn sideways, you'll be on the other side of number 8. But when you wake back up out of your sleep, right, you're woke, you're walking around, you are on that other side, right, with the light state. That's what's happening. So it's a constant rebirthing process that we actually go through each and every single day, and you don't really necessarily realize that, right? So in a sense, when you go to sleep, you pass away, right? But you don't exactly die. It's all spiritual. And then when you wake back up, right? Guess what is taking place? You were actually reborn again. It was a rebirth that actually took place whenever you woke up out of your sleep. You pop back up, and now you just, walking around, you're gonna start your day. It's a rebirthing process. You go like this, you take number 8, you go see what I'm saying? It's like a cycle. And the number 8, it represents in infinity, and that's tied to reincarnation, right? And just overall dealing with the sun too, whenever it actually comes up in the morning, it's like it's reborn again. It's coming out of the death state, right? And it's coming back to life. Right? That's what's happening when you see the sun like rise up in the sky, right? It's coming out of that state. Right? So remember when I said that it doesn't actually die, right? Even though like you would hear that. And people like, oh, when it goes down, it dies, but not. No, it doesn't technically die. Um, But that is what is taking place with us, right? In these bodies. That's why you take the sun with it being the morning time, right? They call it the morning star. That's connected to, if you want to say, Heru or Horus, right? It represented rebirth. It was a child rising out of a lotus, right? And coming back into, if you want to say, life itself, right? So that's what's basically taking place. So the day and night time, it's split perspectives. It's what you can see within this dimension. So when you look at the sun and the moon, that's what's going on with that. That's what's taking place with that. Right. It's your psyche, it's your vision. What you can see is dealing with duality, the good and the bad, right? Good and evil and all that different type of stuff. Right. And all this stuff is connected. Even if you take an hourglass, you can match it up to reincarnation, the infinity symbol, the number 8, and all that different type of stuff. That's what's going on with these bodies, right? That we are currently in. It's attached to the clock on the wall being time, right? We're in the matrix, the not the Yahweh matrix only, once again, but the Saturnian matrix. Right? So that's why your body have a time on it, but your soul lives on forever, right? Infinity with the number 8, right? That's pretty much really all I wanted to talk about, right? And yeah, make sure y'all like this video up if you're here watching it live, so other people can come across this information. I was like, let me make this video before I forget. And I was just trying to, see how I was gonna make it and, map it out. Uh, that's kind of what Sonic was about too. This actually, came from someone that I heard, but this is me saying it. They said that, Sonic was connected to, the Matrix, the Saturnian Matrix, right? And the reigns of Saturn, when he was running around, collecting, those golden rings and stuff of that nature. I heard that from somebody else, but this my information. So he was running around and collecting that, you know. So that's what our bodies is actually, and um, that's what's taking place when you see Sonic. He's just collecting all those gold rings. It's the rings of Saturn, right? And it's dealing with time, and he's just flying through it like super quick, a light speed, collecting the rings. It's tied to reincarnation. See, I like the video. What's up? Yeah, I heard somebody on they was talking about it a while ago. But yeah, it was, that was my information. What came out of my. So yeah, man, I was just trying to, what I'm saying, open your mind up a little bit, and to help you see stuff within a spiritual way, while you are actually here, right, in these bodies, these suits, your avatar. How it has a lot to do with this place and the place that is on the outside of here. Oh yeah. But make sure y'all like this video up, man. I'm about to jump off of here. I just wanted to come back and, make a video about that, about how your body is aligned with time, right, in space, and how this is connected to reincarnation and also with your body being aligned with the sun and the moon, right? So yeah. Anyways, man, like the video, this Enoch 777. Peace. I'm out, man. I love all of y'all out there. That video was hard as hell.